Hi there, this is Dr. Daulton from Hammond Chiropractic, and in this short video series I'm going to be covering a seminar that I'm actually giving this weekend at a health food store called Optimize Your Potential, 5 Keys to Achieving Your Best Level of Health Possible. And what I'm going to do with this video is, instead of just having the entire seminar on one long video for you, we're going to break it down into 5 smaller videos so that if there's a particular topic that you're interested in, you can go right to that video, get the information that you're looking for, and then move on with your life from there, okay? Hopefully you're going to find this information helpful, as many have. Now, what actually got me interested in creating this class was that there's been a lot of discussion these days about genetics and how genes affect our health overall and a lot of things within our body. You know, we know that certain genes can cause different diseases. I see in my practice a lot of times people heal differently because of their genetic makeup. For example, I have some people that heal overnight. I have other patients that take months to heal. You may see the same thing. You can have a person who gets an upper respiratory infection and they feel better within a day. Other people, it may take them weeks or months to get over that same infection. So we know that genetics does play a role in how healthy we are. Same thing with our metabolism. Some people are blessed with an amazing metabolism where they eat whatever they want to and they stay skinny. I don't understand that. That's not been my gift, obviously. But there are some people that, you know, can get away with that and will be just fine. And then others of us just look at food and we start to gain weight, right? And a lot of that has to do with our genetic makeup as well. So different things regarding our health are definitely affected by our genes. But what I want you to also realize, and the whole point of this class is this: that doesn't control everything. You still have options. Your genetic makeup may affect about 30% of how your body functions. The other 70% is completely related to things that you choose to do within your lifestyle. So we want to go ahead and talk about those things today, because those are the things that we have direct control over, where we can actually make a difference in our health level if we go ahead and implement some of these simple strategies that we're going to talk about during this class, okay? Now, the first thing we want to talk about that's one of the 5 keys to experiencing your optimal health level is exercise. And I knew you probably thought that was coming, right? All right. I know a lot of people, including myself, sometimes have a love-hate relationship with exercise, but when it comes to how healthy you are or how healthy you possibly can be, it's actually a very important factor. There is a huge crisis in America right now as far as people being obese and not functioning at their highest level, unfortunately, because of it. And in fact, exercise is such an important thing that we're missing in our lifestyles that the National Institutes of Health came out with the quote, "Sitting is the new smoking." Have you heard that before? It's become a very popular thing that people talk about all the time. Now, they actually made that in relation to people who sit at work all day, and that's not good for you either. Your body is designed to move, and the more movement you get, the better it is for you to a certain degree, okay? Also, if you look at Barack Obama's presidency, that was Michelle Obama's big thing, remember? She was very concerned about getting children more active because of the obesity problem that we have in America right now. So exercise is very, very important. Now, one thing that I want to say in regards to exercise, though, is that it's not about the way that you look. There's all kinds of different body types, and you would be shocked at how fit certain people are who look, in your mind, like they would be a heavy person. For example, I go to CrossFit. CrossFit's one of my things. I enjoy it. It's a challenge, but it's a really, really good form of exercise if you're looking to work hard at it and really become as fit as you possibly can. But there's a guy there who, in my mind, if I looked at him, I would say he's overweight, all right? And yet that guy can do so much more than I can even do there. All right, which it doesn't take much, by the way. I'm not very good at it, but I try. But anyways, you know, it's really not, as I said, about how a person looks. It's more about how fit you are or how well conditioned your body is. That's what we're trying to get at with exercise here. You know, if all that mattered was the way that you looked and how thin you were, thin people would never get sick. Thin people would never have cancer. They would never get heart disease. They would never have a heart attack. And that just isn't the reality of it, okay? So the fact of the matter is that when it comes to health and fitness, it's not about the way that you look or your body shape and size. It's about how well conditioned are you and how fit are you actually. What is your fitness level? And that's what we're trying to obtain there. One thing that I personally love about exercise that you may have never thought about before is that exercise for me isn't just about training your body. Okay, it's not about building muscle or losing fat necessarily, but the one thing that I find really beneficial about exercise is that really it's about training your mind. people who work out and people who challenge themselves in that environment, what you're going to find is that your brain will give up long before your body physically gives up. And so when a person challenges themselves through exercise, you're actually building mental strength at the same time. And you'll notice that people who are physically fit, they're also some of the strongest people mentally and emotionally that you'll ever meet in your possible life. And that's because they train themselves and they train their bodies, and when they're doing that, you're getting stronger mentally at the same time. And that's a huge benefit of exercise. Now, if you're wondering what type of exercise should you do, especially if you're the kind of person who has never exercised before, well, I was reading a study recently, and what they were saying was that people are living a lot longer these days. We're living way longer than we used to, but the problem that people are running into is that their bodies are not functioning as well. So we're seeing people losing their ability to move because of arthritis and different health problems like that. People are having to use canes, walkers, wheelchairs to get around because their joints don't function the way that they should. We're also seeing a lot of dementia, people losing their mental capabilities into their older age because we are living longer, and sometimes we don't take care of ourselves as well as we should, right? So what they were recommending is that the type of exercise that a person should really focus on is something along the lines of yoga, where there's a lot of stretching involved, something that's going to keep the joints and the muscles more flexible and more mobile, because as we get through our lives and we get later into our lives, that's one of the keys that's really important for keeping our bodies functioning at its optimal level into our older age, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and stop this video here, and in the next video we're going to cover the next topic here, and I hope you're enjoying this so far. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.